Good morning, blessings to everyone from Reach Souls Films. What I have this morning, I have a video that I'm going to do this morning. The name of this video is called I'm Not Ashamed of the Gospel, and it's going to be coming from Romans chapter 1 and verse 16. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get right into it. It's all about Jesus. There is good news. It is promised in the Old Testament and the New Testament is centered in Jesus Christ. He came to earth as a Jew, died, and rose again. He saves all who will trust in him. He alone purchased salvation, and this is the message that must be preached to the whole world. Why? Because the gospel alone is the power of God to salvation. Those of us who call ourselves followers of Christ must not be ashamed of the gospel. This message must be taken to the world before it is eternally too late. Our main concern is helping people get to Jesus because this world is evil and wicked. When people can when people can get upset about what happened in Orlando, when that stuff happened in Orlando, I did not see not one person, not even once. I didn't hear not one person, not once say not one word about getting people to Jesus. And the same thing that happened down there in Baton Rouge, and the same thing that happened in Dallas. I did not hear not one person say not nothing about getting people to Jesus. And the only way that there is going to be peace in this world, the answer is Jesus. But that should let you know that this world is evil and wicked. That's why those of us who call ourselves followers of Christ, should help people get to Jesus and get them away from this world. And I say it, hell is real. Are you ashamed of the gospel? I'm not. And the verse that I have is like I said, it's gonna be coming from Romans chapter 1 and verse 16. I'll be reading it from the New International Version, and it says this: I am not ashamed of the gospel, because it is the power of God for the salvation of everyone who believes. First the Jew, then for the Gentile. And in this verse, Paul was gripped by the gospel. His whole life was controlled by it. Called to be an apostle, he felt himself a debtor to the whole world. Through his church, God is calling people to Jesus Christ. Has the gospel gripped you? If it hasn't, it needs to today, before it is eternally too late. Satan is going on a rampage through this whole world today, and the gospel needs to be shared today. People need to see that we are not ashamed of the gospel. Most of all, people need to see that we are living the gospel. Paul was not ashamed of his message. Basically, the gospel of Christ and the good news. Paul was not ashamed of that. It was a message of salvation. It had life-changing power. It was for everyone. When we attempt to be ashamed, remember what the good news is all about. If you focus on God and on what God is doing in the whole world, then rather on your own inadequate then rather than your own inadequacy, you won't be ashamed or embarrassed. Now is the time to start bringing people to Jesus and to turn from the ways of this world before and turn away from the world and the ways of this world, because this world, and again I say, this world is evil and wicked. Now it's time for us to turn from this world, but to turn away from this world. But before we turn from this world, we need to bring as many people with us as possible. Straight up. Those of us who are serious about our walks with Jesus need to stand against idolatrous, worldly religions and start bringing the truth about the gospel, point blank. Are you ready to turn from this world and the ways of this world? Do so, because you don't have a clue of when your time on this earth is going to end. And I will say this again. Hell is real. Do so today before it's eternally too late. Get Jesus into your life today. And I already know I probably won't get that many views for this video either, but like I said, get Jesus into your life today. And those of us who call ourselves followers of Christ need to start bringing as many people to Jesus as possible. I mean, because basically you've seen everything that's going on in the world. I mean, like I said, all of the stuff that happened down there in Orlando, all of the stuff that happened down there in Baton Rouge and in Dallas, like I said, I did not hear not one person. I did not hear not one person say anything about the word. I did not hear not one person try to bring one. I did not hear not one person try to bring people to Jesus, because He is the answer. He is the only person that can bring peace back into this country. So those of us who call ourselves followers of Christ do not need to be ashamed of the gospel, but we need to be bringing the gospel to as many people as possible before it is eternally too late, because hell is real. But this is the message that I wanted to share with everybody. And like I said, I probably won't get that many views for this video either. I'm doing my best to try to bring as many people to Jesus as possible, because hell is real. And you absolutely cannot say that I have not warned you all for over the past 5 years. And guess what? I'm gonna keep doing videos like this, because we need to bring as many people to Jesus as possible, because this world is evil and wicked. I mean, you see all of the stuff that's going on in this world today. All of the stuff that you see that's going on in in uh in the news and everything. I mean, golly, Lord help us. But this is the video that I wanted to share with everyone, and I just pray that this video can be a blessing to everyone that watches it. And ending this video, please get Jesus into your life today before it is eternally too late. And again, blessings to everyone. And I love you all. If I didn't love you, I wouldn't have even took out this time to even share this video. But I love you all. And please stay connected to Jesus.